Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BlueMaxima. It's about time I got around to this. Yeah, if you're wondering why I have the brightness on high, this game is really damn dark otherwise. So let's just hop in. Just installed a patch. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything, because this game isn't actually very good to begin with. Again, I'm sorry it's so bright, but it's so dark at places and so bright in others, it annoys the crap out of me. Yeah, the load times in this game aren't very good. Another one of the least of problems. Any time now, I waited like 30 seconds for the initial load time and I still can't get into the game. Yeah, if you couldn't guess, I'm not even going to bother trying the multiplayer because, yeah. I'm just going to skip this. That's like one of the saving graces. Look at how dark this shit is. On my screen, this looks so bloody dark, I can barely see the floor. So I'm going to have to pray that this is actually working as intended. Now, as you can see, the frame rate... Well, the frame rate actually isn't that bad. It was a lot worse around this area. Maybe if I hover boot up here, the frame rate will drop a bit more. So if I swing around here, yeah, there we go. I'm sure you can see that. That is awful. And the graphics don't even look that good. I mean, like, some of it just looks really dark and uncolored and uninteresting. I don't know what it is about this game. It just doesn't look that good. Sounds okay, though. One thing that I really want to draw attention to before I actually get into some sort of fight. You jump out of sight. Like, you go outside the field of view of the camera. That's stupid. But anyway, let's just hop into a level. I've gone up to level 3. There's only 5 levels in this game, would you believe? And then it's nothing but multiplayer. So let's go hop in the Corgan refinery, because it's the first level of the game. I'm just going to skip this. Yeah, more load times. This isn't really that interesting. Come on. Come on. Nobody wants to look at you. Please? Come on, please. Thank Christ. Can't skip these. Bollocks. Alright, so everybody who's played Ratchet and Clank knows how the game works, basically. You go around huge worlds, huge linear worlds. They're still worlds, they're just linear worlds. You have your weapons, you level up your weapons, and then you just keep going through the worlds and basically doing silly shit. This game works really differently. For example, you don't start out with any weapons. You get stuff all. You have to go and actually get them out of these sorts of machines. Come on. And for that, I get the combustor.
Nice. A new weapon.
Now, the idea of the game is that it's sorta, kinda the same as the original Ratchet and Clank games, except that you've got your bases to worry about. So you have to go and collect bolts outside of the base to equip your base with defenses. Bolts do nothing else in this game. Oh, by the way, it is stupidly easy on the first level just to hit guys with a jump attack from a wrench and kill all of them. So yeah, basically, don't even bother trying to do anything like any of the main objectives the first time through a level. You just want to get as many bolts as you possibly can just by blasting through each level. By blasting through the level, I should say, sorry. Come on. So, where the hell did that last crate... Oh, I must have hit it. You get these little things here to let you shoot. Platinum bolt. Or gold bolts, sorry. They call them platinum bolts in pretty much every other Ratchet and Clank game as far as I remember. Hell, I'm pretty sure all the bolts in these games are gold. So yeah, now that I've got a bunch of money, let's bring it back to the main base, because I know I'm going to get attacked soon. I'll just drop a turret here. You get a few choices of turrets. I'm just going to put down a couple of flame turrets on this lane and move along. And try not to get killed. The game just doesn't feel as focused as your ordinary Ratchet and Clank game because, well, it really isn't as focused. The levels don't feel as cleverly designed because they have to cater to the tower defense mechanic. And it kind of annoys me, to be honest. Yeah, just got a trophy for that. Great. So you come here and you can pick a heavy weapon, I think now. I'm going to pick the Warmonger because it's like a rocket launcher of sorts. Okay, here comes an enemy dropship, so I better get back to my base. That little counter thing on the right there, little meter, tells you where the enemies are coming from. So for example, I've got two sets of guys coming from the right lane. So I'm just going to go up and try and take care of these. That should be enough, I think. Maybe. No. I'll just let them get it. There we go. Yeah, you get skill points in this game like normal Ratchet and Clank games. They're basically just little goals that you do, but instead of there only being like 15 or 20 or something like that, and having them really hard to get, they're just progression in this game. There's nothing different about them compared to like having a lot of different smaller trophies. That kind of upsets me. Sorry, it feels like that... I don't mean to be a dick to this game, because I get what they were trying to do, but it just doesn't feel like Ratchet and Clank. It feels like a third-person shooter hastily slapped on top of a third-person game. And then having the Ratchet and Clank license slapped on top of that. The controls annoy the crap out of me too. Like, the last Ratchet and Clank game I played, admittedly, was deadlocked on a PlayStation 2. And there used to be this control scheme where you could move with the left analog stick, aim with the right, and fire with L1 and R1. You can't even customize your controls in this game, and they just feel so weird. Because you have to hold L to go into a sort of aiming mode in order to actually kill anything. It's kind of strange. But anyway, let's actually go into... Let's actually go into the goal of these stages. Over the 5 stages in this game, you will have these keynotes. If I press select to bring up this map, the giant star represents the keynote. And if you want to finish the levels, you have to... Shut up, please. You have to go through and kill pretty much everything to get to that star. Then that lets you unlock the Planetary Defense Center, or whatever the bloody hell it is. And then with that, you go in there and reboot that. Then you go back to your main base for a couple of waves. Why did you have to go back to your base and defend it for a couple of waves? It seems redundant, like a waste of time. If you've defended your base up to this point already, you'll probably be able to defend it from whatever else the game throws at you. Also, the game heavily recommended I went and got another weapon mod, and I think I'll go do that because I'll explain why one of the weapons in this game is actually really overpowered for no good reason. I'm not even going to bother wasting ammo, I'm just swinging like a dick. Yeah, and if you fail it, you get popped back to this. This is stupid. Alright, let's try that again. Ah, finger slipped. Sorry. The Alpha Pyro Blaster. I have no idea how I got this weapon to level 5 so quickly, but I used this weapon as nothing but this weapon on the second level, and I finished it without a problem. Jesus Christ, this weapon is so OP, it's ridiculous. Just gotta try and get the bolts. Yeah, I've got time to get back, I think. Yeah, I made it. I just gotta pull out my flamethrower and... That was close. Now I got some bars coming down the right side. Yeah, turn the speech volume off if you get annoyed by repetitive sound clips, because they come along a lot in this game. Yeah, I mean, like, this game would be okay if it was a little bit of a more competent port, and, you know, it wasn't Ratchet and Clank. I want a traditional Ratchet and Clank adventure on Vita. You can't get... Christ, I can't talk today, sorry. You can't get freaking... What's it called? You can't get Size Matters on the Vita because it doesn't work on it yet. And you can't get, like, the future games to play properly. Because, you know, they don't work over remote play. I'm not very happy about that. So basically, when you attack these facilities, you basically just got to kill everything that's guarding them. And eventually, these little nodes will come up, you blow them up, and you can move on to the next set of enemies. So in a way, this is a lot like most popular MOBAs. You just got to keep moving in and destroying everything the enemy has, and eventually you'll win. While taking care of your own shit at home. Destroy this. And then I can turn this bolt. And it cuts to this being opened up. Can't screw that. Can't skip that.
We got him on the run now. Let's take back the defense center.
Shit. Down I go. Oh, and here's another thing that I hate about this game. Some of your gadgets are restricted too. Like, you can't get the hyper shot until, like, later in the game. You don't come with it equipped by default. That annoys the shit out of me, and I hate it. Because I love the hyper shot. Also, for whatever reason, health crates restore all of your health. Alright, let's go and actually take out some bitches. Shite. Yeah, platforming's difficult because you jump out of view of camera. It fixes back on you when you've done your freaking... When you do your freaking hoverboard thing, but god damn, it annoys the crap out of me. I am using an overpowered weapon. My first time through this stage was a little bit harder, but nothing major. But yeah, this weapon is basically OP. I don't know how I got it to level 5 so quickly as well. I swear, this weapon gains experience like twice as fast compared to other weapons. Also, dropship, just watch this. Dead. That should be like the hardest enemy you have to beat in the game. And it's pretty much screwed. I also got to destroy these. Yep, then this happens. Come on, please. Just skip it. Skip it, please. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Power has been restored to the Ratchet center. Return to base to initiate reboot sequence.
And then it forces you back to base. Basically, there's no point even trying to leave. Just replenish your health, get your ammo up. Make one side, like, really easily defensible, and then fuck the other one. This isn't your father's Ratchet, kids. This is something completely different. This is why I want the Ratchet and Clank HD collection to come to Vita, so I can relive the good old days, or maybe even the Ratchet and Clank Future trilogy. Alright, now that all that's defended, I've got to go and start the reboot sequence.
Reboot sequence initiated. Warning.
And here they come.
In progress.
Yeah, this is basically the final wave. Yeah, I'm gonna get that just fine. I'll explain that in a minute. Just gotta wait for everything to turn up. It'll come eventually. There we go. Pretty sure the left side I defended pretty well, but I'm gonna have to go and make sure, just in case. Here they come.
Reboot sequence is 25% complete.
Yeah, that means nothing. Don't even bother listening to that.
The Q-Force base is under attack. Got it.
Alright, better get back to the other side. Grab some ammo. The frame rate doesn't stay as low as it does when you're on the Starship place,
Reboot sequence
but
is 75%.
it's still kind of weak. Sounds probably massively out of sync now. This is why I want a bloody video capture Vita. My phone camera just falls out of sync with the audio in like 20... Like, if I do this more than 10 minutes, my audio will fall out of sync. I have no idea why it happens, and it pisses me off. There are some funny story sequences and that in this game too, but, I mean, to be perfectly honest, the Insomniac humor is not worth the price of admission. This game is $20 on the store. If you bought it on PS3 before it came out on Vita, you got a free copy of Ratchet Deadlocked, which I suppose helped get the price a little bit more respectable, but still not very pleasant, even for like $10. Not to mention this game is 2 gigabytes. I don't know what they did. Like, did they forget to compress the textures or something? Because this game only has like 5 levels in it. I'm just running into a turret there. Big boss guy coming in on the left. I better be ready for him. Wait, I might want to just do this. And go to take care of this guy. Hello. You are dead. Now, to be perfectly fair, this game is as boring as it looks. There's really not much to it. It's not that enjoyable. The weapons don't feel that good. Even all the other ones that I've tried just don't feel good. The rocket launcher feels like it doesn't do anything. I mean, it does damage, sure, but it feels like a pop gun. Like the pop gun from Donkey Kong 64. It feels that bad. And that's a bloody rocket launcher. The rest of the weapons don't feel so good either.
The planet is now secure.
So yeah, that's a level in Ratchet Deadlocked. Oh, not Ratchet Deadlocked. Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault / Q-Force, for those of you who are in Europe. Is this game worth it? Hell no. I'll show off a little bit more of it, but there's really not that much else to see. You can just stop the video here. It's really not worth it. Oh look, I have a promotion available. But yeah, there is co-op and versus multiplayer. But it's the same sort of thing. There's only 5 missions in the normal game, and then they expect you to replay them to speed run them for skill points and all that. Not worth it. There's a little bit of humor here and there. Not worth it. There's a little bit of exploring. Not worth it. This game is just... makes me pine for the days where 3D platformers reigned supreme. Unfortunately, those days are pretty much gone, aren't they? So basically, there's 3 different types of medals. There's completing the mission, there's having all your generators alive at the end of the mission, and then there's doing a mission in a specific amount of time. Get enough medals and you earn promotions, which give you basic perks. And you get skill points without even trying. I mean, like, I've been through 3 levels, and the first one I replayed, and I've already got 27 skill points. People who know Ratchet and Clank know that there shouldn't be this many skill points. This is just ridiculous. I mean, holy hell. Yeah, and wait a minute. Look at that skill point there. If I just go back to the final page. Complete 7 PvP matches. Games in this can last up to 20 minutes in a single player. I don't think you're going to be finishing 7 matches in one sitting. That's ridiculous. You'd probably run out your Vita's battery because this thing has to be overclocked just to run this thing at a minimal FPS. Yeah, look, there's another skill point just for walking. Jesus. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault. Poor port. Poor Ratchet and Clank game. Pretty big disappointment. Would not recommend. Wait for the Ratchet and Clank HD collection to be announced for this or something. Or just go and buy the Ratchet and Clank HD collection on the PlayStation 3. It's like $10 more and you get the first 3 Ratchet and Clank games for free. Well, not for free. In that package. And you even get Ratchet and Clank 3's multiplayer, which was bloody awesome, working online. What a shame. This has been BlueMaxima, and I will see you all next time.